Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back playing some Feed the Beast Horizons Daybreaker for episode 5. Now, last episode we started setting up a little bit of a sorting system using the pipes from extra utilities, and since the end of last episode I've gone ahead and expanded on that system, adding 3 more chests with sorting pipes and adding like 10 more chests without sorting pipes. These are just kind of backup reserves if we decide to add more chests in the future, but for now we have gems and stuff, which contains all of our gems and all of our stuff. We have generic blocks for things like stone, cobblestone, dirt, sand, etc. We have farming stuff, which is for our farming stuff, and then all the way at the end here we have didn't get sorted stuff. This is all the stuff that didn't get sorted. Eventually this stuff might end up in a different chest because I'm not quite sure what these are going to end up being, but for now all of that stuff ends up in the didn't get sorted chest. And one thing I would like to quickly point out about this system before we get started with what I want to do today is these pipes around here, these ones that are kind of being used as transfer pipes but are not connecting to the chests here. And basically, if you right click with a stick, if you have a stick in your hand, this is what the pipe will look like by default when you place it down. If you then right click with a stick 4 times, it will turn like this, and now it can still let items through, but it's not going to connect to the nearby inventories. This is really useful for the system we have right now, because eventually we're going to replace pipes like this and this with sorting pipes, but for now we just want to allow items to pass all the way through to that end chest there for stuff that didn't get sorted. So just a little bit of a trick there about how you can configure the extra utilities pipes using these sticks. But what I want to work on today is I want to work on a similar kind of idea. I want to work on the sorting system that takes our ores from the central chest and pipes them around over to here where our ores get processed, doubled, turned into ingots, and then it goes into this chest. I then want to have the pipe send the things from this chest all the way around and into one of these chests over here. And I want to do it in a little bit of a different way to the way we did it last episode. I don't want to use extra utilities. I want to jump in with a completely different mod, and I want to play around with blue power. Now, blue power adds a block called the pneumatic pipe. This guy over here, which is basically a transfer pipe of sorts. It's made using a glass and 2 of these brass ingots, which you can either get from Flaxbeards, I think Clockwork Phase, and of course blue power itself. We're going to use the blue power recipe, which is 3 copper and 1 zinc in an alloy furnace. And the reason we're going to use the blue power recipe is because we do in fact need the alloy furnace later on in the episode as well for some more blue power things to make this work really effectively. Now, the alloy furnace is really easy to make. It is just a bunch of bricks, and with our little condenser outside, it is actually fairly easy for us to just take a brick. I'm going to take some redstone. Redstone and bricks have the same EMC. The cool thing about the condenser is we don't have to wait for clay to smelt up, which is absolutely fantastic. So the first thing I'm actually going to have to do is research the brick here so we can actually start to duplicate it. So let's just stick it in there. Wait for the cool little animation to finish, and then once that's done, we should be able to head on outside, where we've got quite a bit of iron now, thanks to our condenser just kind of sitting around. I don't have this world on a server yet, so it hasn't been running for like hours and hours and hours. It's probably been running for about maybe half an hour, maybe an hour since the end of last episode, so it's not got that much iron, but we do have 29 iron, which is a very nice bit of free iron, essentially. So let's go stick you in there. Let's get rid of this, and let's instead... Oh, it used up our brick, didn't it? Oh, wow, I completely forgot that when you research an item, it actually uses up the item. So, going back on my word earlier, we are actually going to go ahead and wait for a brick to smelt. So, let's take you and stick that in there. Whilst we're waiting for that, we do, in fact, need a saw. And the saw we're going to need later on today is a diamond saw. So, what I'm going to do to start with here is, whilst we wait for that thing to smelt up, is I'm going to go ahead and get us 1 more diamond, because we always want to have at least 1 diamond in our chest so that we can, like, duplicate it like this. But for now, let's put you there. Let's put you... I'm going to put lapis in, because lapis is worth an awful lot more than all this other stuff. So I'm just going to kind of do this, and hopefully that lapis will get used up. No? Can we not... I'm fairly certain that we researched diamond. I'm like 99% sure that we did our research on diamond. Did that... Has that reset in some way? I'm not quite sure of the ins and outs of this book here that we have, but it would seem that has reset since we just did... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's reset since the last time we did it. If someone knows what that's about, please let me know. I am going to go ahead and use this diamond, but that does mean that we're going to be out of diamonds if we need to do anything else. Thankfully, I don't think we're going to need more than one this episode, so I can always go mining between this episode and next. But for now, let's go ahead and stick the brick in there. That brick should quickly turn into multiple bricks with all of this EMC that we're getting, and I'm just going to leave that running because we are going to need, of course, quite a few bricks in order to get this thing. We need 32 to get that up and running, so we can leave that over there. While that's doing that, let's go ahead and make the diamond sword that we needed. Now, I think it does have to be a diamond sword. Now, the reason I need a diamond sword is I'll go through it here. The thing we're going to make to start with is a sorting machine. The sorting machine is added by Blue Power. It is over... Let's just... Oh, it's over here. Here it is. Got like a weird looking face on it. And it's made using iron, some of this blue alloy ingot, which is again made in the alloy furnace, and finally gives us a use for this Teslatite, as well as some silver there. We're also going to need 2 of these red dropped wafers, or red doped wafers, sorry. And these are made using redstone and silicon wafers. Silicon wafers are made using the diamond saw here and a silicon bowl. And the silicon bowl is made using sand and coal. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this has to be a diamond saw. If it does, that's where our 1 diamond is going to get used. If it doesn't, we might be able to get away with using the sapphire saw we made last episode with some sand and with some coal. Now, we should have quite a bit of sand lying around in here. We do. Coal, we also have a fair bit of coal. Let's take that. I'm going to go ahead now, guys, and wait for our bricks to finish. Let me just do a quick check here because I might not have to wait at all. We only do need 32. After all, and yeah, I don't have to wait at all. Alright, let's get ourselves an alloy smelter, and let's get this thing up and running, and let's test if we're actually going to have to use up our final diamond. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves 8 of these. I don't see us using the rest of these bricks anytime soon, but we might use them for decoration or something like that. But this is an alloy smelter. It works very similarly to a normal furnace in that it runs on coal. For now, I'm going to stick it down like there. And basically, if we put some coal in here as fuel, and then we just put coal and sand in there, that should get us our first silicon ball. And I've completely lost it again. There it is. And that should get us our first silicon ball here. And 8 of these equals 1 of these. So this thing is pretty expensive. Let's take that 1 and let's see if the sapphire saw works. I'm kind of really hoping it does. It doesn't. Oh, that's annoying. That is really, really annoying. So instead, we're going to have to go ahead and do something like this. Get those. We need some more normal sticks. Let's get those. And then let's just go boom and boom. No more diamonds, but that's fine. We'll take those out. We'll stick our silicon ball in. That actually makes us 16 silicon. That's pretty good. I didn't realize it made us 16 wafers, although it probably tells us that in here. Yeah, it does. That's going to make life a little bit easier. So now we need redstone and silicon. We need 2 of those. We are going to need 2 of these sorting machines. Actually, no, we might only need the 1. So I'm going to make 1 for now. If we need another 1, we can come back. Let's get some redstone and some silicon going into 2 of those red doped wafers. Let's see, 2, 8, and where have they gone? Where have they gone? Are they in our project bench here? They are indeed. Let's take those and just whack them in like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should go ahead and make us 2 of those. And then everything else we pretty much have. We have the iron. This guy we can make fairly easily with the Teslatite and the silver. The last thing we need is a filter, which is another one of those actually. So let's just go ahead and put another 4 in. Take that back up to 8 and that back up to 8 as well. And finally, we need a bunch of iron and a piston. Okay, that stuff is fairly easy. Iron is back in that chest. That's fine. Let's grab some cobblestone. From there, so we can go ahead and make ourselves a piston. Redstone we've got on us. Iron we have in here. Wood should be in the project table. And are you done? You are, in fact, done. Good stuff, good stuff. And let's see here. Boom. We'll take you. And then gold? I think we have some gold. Yes, we do. Good stuff. All right, good. Good. I got a little bit scared there. That's fine. You can go there. Boom. Nice, I get to the filter. The filter does have a specific purpose, and we are going to have to make maybe another filter this episode. I realize I've said that a few times now. We might have to make some stuff, but you'll see why later on once we get into this. But Teslatite and silver, we've got a ton of Teslatite lying around. Look at this, we've got just over 2 stacks of stuff, which is very nice. And silver, we should have at least 1 ingot's worth in our chest here. Thank you. You can go in there. Boom, boom. We'll wait for this thing to finish. And there we go. Nice. All right. Nice. So now we can actually go ahead and start to make something. Whilst we are making something, let's go ahead and start getting ourselves some brass in here. So let's throw you in, and let's throw like a bunch of you in. We're going to need quite a lot of brass this episode, so we'll get that going over there. Let's see if we can get ourselves a sorting machine. We can indeed. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to make another chest that is going to go here. And this is going to become our main dumping chest. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have another chest. Let me just put down a block here, because the sorting machine has to go down like this. You want these kind of... It looks like a fist. I'm going to say you want the eyes pointing at the chest like this. And then you're going to have the pneumatic pipes on this side. So let's go grab ourselves some brass. Thank you very much. And then if we combine brass with glass, which does rhyme quite nicely, we should get ourselves some pneumatic pipes. Now, we're going to need quite a few of these. Hopefully, we have enough glass. If not, we can go ahead and make some more using either the furnace or the condenser. But let's go ahead, and I think it's the other way around. Yeah, it's like this. Boom. Let's take all of those. I guess it's 40. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have these go around like this. Now, I quite like these. The way that these actually transfer items, you can see the items flow through them. So I'm going to have them, for now, kind of go across the roof here. I might change this in the future if I, like, decide I don't like it. But for now, we're kind of just going to have them, like, shown out in the open like this. And the first one we want is one that's going to go all the way around to the chest for the ingots. So let's do something like this. And then like that, and boom. There we go. So that's where our ingots are going to go. It's going to look pretty weird, but we want all of our stuff. Basically, we're going to put everything into this chest. All of the ores, we want to come out and go over to that chest. Everything else that is not an ore, we want to end up in this chest. Now, the way we need to do that is in here. This is what the interface looks like. To start with, we need to change this to... let's see. This one needs to be set to single sweep, like that. And then this one needs to be set to this one. Any item with default. And basically what we're going to do is in these slots here, we're going to put things like gold, silver, lead. We're going to put all of our ores into these slots. For some reason, it didn't quite want to work there with the lead. There we go. We're going to put all of our items into these slots. We can use as many slots as we like to get all of these up and running. And let's try that again with zinc. And then finally, osmium. I think that's all of the ores that we actually want to filter out for now. And we're going to start by setting those to black. Now, the way that these pneumatic pipes work is you can paint the end of the tubes. And what we're going to do is we're going to paint the end of this tube over here black. And we're going to paint the end of this tube over here a color that is not black. And what's going to happen is this is going to go and start pulling everything out of this chest. And what it's going to do is it's going to paint these items black. So they can only go through the black, the tubes that are painted black. So they cannot go into this chest. They have to go into that chest. Rather than talking about it, let's show you how it works. It works by, first of all, the fact that we're going to need some wool, because we need to get ourselves a paintbrush. It is actually paint. So the paintbrush is this guy here. It is just a stick and some wool. So the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to make some shears, and we're going to go see if we can find ourselves some wool. Okay, so now that we've got ourselves some wool, we can go ahead and do something like this. Get ourselves a paintbrush. We might, in fact, need two of those, because we are going to need some different colored paintbrushes. So let's grab two. And now, as I said, we need two different colored paintbrushes. But I'm going to use black and I'm going to use red. Now, the way that you actually get the paint on your paintbrush is you combine it with a paint can. And it's got a paint can. A paint can is simply just some zinc plates, which are made by combining iron and zinc in an alloy furnace. I've gone ahead and set this up and running, so we should have some zinc plates already here, and 16 should be enough to get us two paint cans, which is exactly the right amount to make the two different colors that we need. So we'll go ahead and throw you down like that. That is a little bit too much, but that's fine. We can stack those up like that. Let's take both of those, and then one of them we're going to set to red, and one of them we're going to set to black. So I did go ahead and get some poppies and some ink sacks so we can make red dye and black dye, and we're also going to need some flax seeds. We have loads, good. We have 9 flax seeds. You can get these just by breaking grass, just like regular seeds, but if we go ahead and do something like this, we can get ourselves black paint, and we can get ourselves, if we do something like this, red paint. Nice. Then let's grab those flax seeds. Let's combine them up. Let's get a red paintbrush and a black paintbrush. Boom. And Boom. You can see it lasts quite a while. We can use this paint over and over again. And basically what I'm going to do is, because these items are being painted black, we're going to go over here. And right on the edge, the bit that's connecting to the pipe, you want to just right click and it is now black. Over on this one, you want to make sure this does have to be painted. So make sure that's painted to just any color that's not black or any color that's not the color that you're painting all of your ores. And this should now, I think, pretty much work. So if we put, say, cobblestone in, it should, I think, get pulled out and sent around. This might need a lever of some kind to get it up and running. Let me check this real quick. Okay, there we go. So see, the cobblestone went round, and now the cobblestone will get sorted out and should end up in this chest, the generic items chest, but it won't because there's no cobblestone in there. Bit of a problem with our system, but that's fine. Let's try that again. There we go. So you do have to have this lever on it at all times. Let's make sure. Can we put it on, like, the block itself? Yeah, we can. Okay, so anything I put in there should go around and should not end up over there. However, if I put, say, zinc through, the zinc is painted black, so the zinc will actually go all the way around the room and into the other chest. This, I think, is pretty cool. So I'm just going to just dump all that in there, and you'll see that everything that is not an ore ends up in this chest, and everything that is an ore gets sent around the room into the other chest over there. I think this is really cool. I like the way the blocks kind of move through it here. I think it looks awesome. I like this. And all you need is just this little sorting machine. And you'll see over here, it does have like little power bars. In the current version of Blue Power, there is no power. In future versions of Blue Power, this sorting machine will require some sort of power. That'll be kind of interesting to set up. We'll see how that works when it's done. I'm going to take my my ruby axe back right now, but all this other stuff will end up in this chest, and of course will get sent around and sorted normally, and all this other stuff will end up over here. And for some reason this block is still making horrible sounds, so let's go ahead and mute that for a second. And basically what we're going to do now is we're going to do a similar thing, but have all of the ingots go from there and get sent around the room. And the way we're going to do that is we could use another sorting machine. The sorting machine is a little bit expensive, so instead we type in Blue Power, we're going to use, and that we find the block here, a transposer. This thing is a little bit easier to make, and actually I think this thing might not be the best idea. This thing requires, I think, a timer. Like this guy, we just have to flick the lever and it's done. This guy, I believe, has to constantly receive redstone. Let's instead make a filler. A filter. Now, the filter, I think, also requires that that redstone tick. Do we have any cobblestone in here? We do. Let's just grab that. Let's grab our redstone before it gets started. The filter might also require a redstone clock of some kind, but we'll find that out. And if it doesn't, we can go ahead and use it. If it does, we can go ahead and use it to make another sorting machine. Either way, it works out kind of okay for us. What are we missing? We are missing iron. Iron, I think, will have ended up over here if it's anywhere. Okay, where's our iron at right now? Is it in here? Yeah, it's in there. Okay, I don't know why that smelted up anywhere, but we got some iron. This is good. Let's use that. Let's get ourselves a piston. And then by extension of that piston, let's go ahead and make ourselves some more of those red doped wafers, which does require some wafers, which hopefully haven't been sorted yet. They haven't. Good stuff, good stuff. We should really put a speed upgrade into the sorting system there so it sorts through a little bit faster, but that's fine. How expensive is it going to be? It's not that expensive to make another one of these. It's just some more red doped wafers and another alloy, so I might, in fact, go ahead and just do one of those. But if we don't have to, it would be nice to be able to just get away with a filter, which does require a little bit of gold. The filter works in a similar way, but you can't really do, I don't think, the same kind of coloring mechanism. But let me show you here. We'll get ourselves a filter. Let's put this down over on this chest. Again, it does have to be placed down in a specific way. So you want to put down like a block opposite it and then kind of put it down like that. And basically the filter allows you to put certain, you can decide which items you're going to pull out. So if I put, say, iron in here, it would only pull out iron. Now, the question is, does it actually work? Which is always a good question. Let me get another chest real quick. And let's see if this works. I want you down there. Boom. Let's take you. Just a quick test. If I put you there, let's get ourselves another lever. Does this require a constant pulse, or does it just work, is the question. If I put that lever on there and I put some iron in, if I flick it, it works. If I don't flick it, it doesn't. Now, we could go ahead and make a timer from Blue Power. However, I think the timers are a little bit of a pain to make. Yeah. They're a little bit of a pain to make. They're not really hard in any meaningful way. And you know what? They're not that hard. Let's make one. Let's make one. So the timer basically emits a redstone signal every however long you set it to. We basically need some of these stone tiles, which are made by smelting stone. So let's grab some stone and let's start smelting that up. We'll smelt like quite a bit of this because we're probably going to need quite a bit of it in the long run. What did I do with all of my... Oh, it just didn't work. Okay. So we'll set that there. We're going to need quite a bit of Teslatite. We have quite a bit of Teslatite, so being able to use it is going to be very nice indeed. And then we need 3 of these. They're fine. They don't require redstone torches. We need 1 of those. Were they different? They are different. So we need two redstone torches. Okay, that's fine. We have more than enough sticks to make 2 redstone torches. Let's take you and you. Let's take our Teslatite out and actually try and get a use for this thing up and running. And let's see if we can get this thing going. So we need just 2 of those on their own. We need 3 of these. So 1. Oh, okay. Let's put them all in there. 2, 3. We'll take those. We're then going to need more of them. Let's see here. Let's split this up. Let's get them going in the other furnaces. This is going to make it just a little bit faster. And we'll do like you as well, just to make it as fast as is possible. All right, that should be good. Let's see if we have what it takes. We need 2 of these. These are made in sets of 3, which is nice. That means we don't have to do too many of them. There we go. We'll take all of those. We're then going to need 1 of those. Oh gosh, this is a bit of a pain to try and craft in. We need to empty out the middle section there because it's really not like all of this stuff here is not really useful right now. What else do we need there? We needed stone and a block, stone and the slab. Got 1 of those. We then need just Teslatite, you and you, but I think that's actually a slab. That gets us that. And are we done? I think we're done. We need 1 of those there and 1 of those there. We then need 3 of those, 3 of those, and then like, is it you, and you? It is. That gets the timer. Nice. Now I believe we can put this actually on the wall. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I haven't put this down yet, but it shows us where it's going to go. I'm going to put that there, and we're just going to set this to 2 seconds. Is that like a reasonable time frame? Is all the iron... Oh, no, there. You can see iron's going out. Let's set that to, like... Yeah, sure. That is... I don't think that's too laggy. I don't think 100 milliseconds is necessarily necessary. Can we bump it up a little bit? Yeah, let's make it like half a second. So every half a second, that's going to pull stuff out. That is still very, very fast, bear in mind. Good, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And then all we need to do is make ourselves some more pneumatic pipes, which should be fairly easy. Let's just go and do that. And I want to keep at least 1 glass, so let's not use it all. That gets to 64, which should be enough. And what we're going to do here is simply get rid of this guy. I don't think they're going to come out. Yeah, they're not going to come out if they can't. And we're going to have this go all the way, again, kind of around the room to the next chest, and we're just going to see ingots flying through this whenever we get them. And this is going to look really cool once we have like a quarry or something up and running, or a digital miner, which is probably what we're going to end up using. And we're going to see just like ingots and ores and blocks just flying all over the place, all around to where they need to be. You can go down into there, and that should start sending iron ingots around. Maybe. Oh, yep, there we go. Look, iron ingots are being deployed. As we speak, they're being sent around. We need to put the rest of them in. And also, we need to filter everything else. So gold, silver, lead, let's see, tin, zinc, aluminium, and osmium. I don't know if we had lead there or not. Oh, we did. Look at this. Look at this. Everything is going around. We could lower this by a few. And look at that. Look at that. Actually, no. Let's bump it back up. There we go. Give a bit of gap. And there we go. All of our stuff is now flying around the room. We're getting our little crazy lab up and running. Obviously, we can go ahead and stick down some sorting pipes. Let's see. Do we have what it takes to make 2 more sorting pipes real quick? We need just a gold. Yeah, we should. We need 1 more piece. Oh, we got the glass still. Good. All right, let's do this. Let's go and get ourselves some stone slabs. Put those down like that. Let's put down the glass there and there. The gold, I think, is probably still over here, maybe. Is that gold? Yeah, our gold's still in there. Let's take our gold ingot. We got quite a lot of gold now. Let's put that in there. That gets us 2 more sorting pipes. We can now officially hook these up. So now all the ingots that we make, if we put the ingots into, oh yeah, quick tip, you can't put down the pipes after you put down the covers, so you have to put down the covers before you put down the pipes. That's not too big of a deal, but it's a bit of a pain. But now, if we put our ingots, if we put ores into that chest, the ores get smelted and sent round. If we put ingots into our dump chest, they will actually go to that chest there. And if we grab a sign, which I believe is in wooden stuff, we can go ahead and stick that down over here. Or we can just call this the ingots. There we go. So that's it. That is now our new sorting system. We have pipes going all over the place. And now, from now on, all we want to do, if we want to just dump stuff away like all of this, we just stick it in there. And this is becoming our little default chest where all of our stuff will go. And I kind of like the system. Look at all our stuff flying around. I like it. And with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Feed the Beast Horizons Daybreaker here. That's a pretty long title for a mod pack. But for now, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.